Hello and welcome to Aurora's English podcast. The world tells us that louder is better. Faster means success. Bigger looks like winning. We're constantly bombarded with messages that push us towards more. We see it on social media, in advertisements, and even in the expectations we place on ourselves. The pressure to have a busy schedule, a packed social calendar, and a life that looks impressive from the outside is immense. But in all this noise, no one really talks about the alternative. No one mentions the profound strength that can be found in stillness. Here is a truth that often gets lost in the rush. A quiet life can be a powerful life. A simple life is not a small life. It's a life that finally feels like yours. It's a conscious decision to step off the hamster wheel and define success on your own terms. It's about curating a life that genuinely nourishes you instead of one that just looks good to others. Let's be clear, choosing a simple life doesn't mean you've stopped dreaming. It doesn't mean you've given up or settled for less. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It means you stopped chasing dreams that were never meant for you. Let go of the goals that society handed you and started listening to the quiet whispers of your own heart. You chose peace over performance. You chose meaning over noise. Think about what this actually looks like, day to day. In a simple life, mornings are slower. Maybe you have time to actually savor your coffee instead of chugging it on the way out the door. You can watch the sunrise or listen to the birds, without the immediate pressure of 100 notifications demanding your attention. Conversations start to feel real again. You have the mental space to truly listen to the people you care about, to connect on a deeper level because you're not constantly distracted by the next thing on your to-do list. Evenings become soft and unhurried. Instead of collapsing on the couch from exhaustion, you might have the energy to read a book, take a walk, or simply sit in comfortable silence. It's in these quiet moments that you start noticing the small things, again the things we so often miss in our frantic pace. You notice the warmth of the sunlight on your skin, the comforting rhythm of your own breathing, the subtle taste of a home-cooked meal. You start to hear the sound of your own heart finally calming down, no longer racing to keep up. This isn't about laziness or a lack of ambition. It's about a different kind of ambition, to be present, to be content, to be truly alive in your own life. It's as a radical act of self-care in a world that constantly tells you not doing enough. There's a moment of deep realization that often comes with this shift. A simple life doesn't scream for attention. It doesn't need to post its every achievement or justify its existence. It doesn't compete for likes or followers. It doesn't explain itself to people who don't understand. It just feels right. It feels aligned. And that quiet certainty, that inner knowing that you are on the right path for you, is a kind of strength most people never get to experience. It's a peaceful confidence that comes from within, not from external validation. It's so important to understand the distinction here. Simple does not equal small. A small life is one lived for the approval of others. It's constantly shrinking yourself to fit into boxes, seeking permission to be happy, and measuring your worth by someone else's yardstick. A small life is exhausting because it's inauthentic. A simple life, on the other hand, is a life lived in alignment. Alignment with your values, your energy, your truth. It's about figuring out what truly matters to you, not what you retold should matter, and building your life around that. Maybe for you, that's more time in nature, more creativity, more deep connections with a few close friends instead of 100 acquaintances. And a life lived in alignment is never, ever small. It is quietly, profoundly powerful. It has an integrity and a richness that a loud, crowded life often lacks. So let's bring this all together. A simple life may never impress the world. It might not get you a feature in a magazine or make you the center of attention at a party. It probably won't look like the highlight reels you see online, but it will do something far more important. It will protect your peace. It will protect your time, and it will protect your heart. So if your life has been feeling quieter lately, a little gentler, a little less crowded, please don't doubt it. Don't mistake it for failure or think you've fallen behind. You didn't choose less. You chose what was essential. You chose what was real. You chose enough. And that is a beautiful, powerful life. Thank you for listening. This is Aurora's English podcast.